Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about something different that I normally do, which is usually talking about my weight loss journey. I'm trying to lose 50 pounds in 100 days to get ready physically for my baby that's coming. I want to be healthy, a healthier dad, especially being 34 and all. But in this episode, I want to ask you guys and talk about abuse and discipline and the fine line in between. So when I grew up, I lived with my stepdad from 1 to 10 years old before my mom and stepdad divorced. You see, he was a good guy. And honestly, I still love the guy. But, when he was actually taking care of us, he took the bulk of the disciplining. And what that meant was, he was a guy that came from the 80s. So I guess in the 80s, when you needed to discipline your kids, you would pinch them, you would hit them, you would make them stand in the wall. And like the thing is that when he did it, he got to a point where he was actually physical too. It wasn't just go stand in the wall and look at the wall and don't move for 30 minutes. No, he would literally one time I shit my pants as a little kid. I was really little. I was like, I don't know, like 5 or whatever. Something happened. And I remember he grabbed me from my shirt and lifted me up and pushed me against the wall. And he started yelling at me and threatening me and stuff. I don't remember exact the details, but it was a lot of little things like that where it was like borderline, like too much. And as an adult, I'm thinking like, I don't see myself picking my son up by his neck or by anything and pinning him on the wall and yelling at him. Like, that's to the point where you're like scaring the kid to the point of like, if you were an adult, you would be freaking fighting. And I don't know, like somebody left a comment in one of the shorts I did talking about the same subject, and he said, listen, when you have a kid, he's like, you have to look at it as if you were a supervisor and you had an employee that you can't fire. A lot of times you see your employee, they'll mess up their uniforms that you paid for. They'll mess up the walls or the equipment that you have in the house that you have to, and they don't pay for it. You do, because you're the boss, you're the owner of the operation. So what does that mean? So when you have a kid, you have to treat him like that. And the fact, you could be mad, you can be angry, but the same way you don't hit or physically discipline your employee, you don't do that to your child too. And that's something I had to think about now as an adult and a new father, because that's not something I thought about before. That's something I grew up with, and I always told myself I wasn't going to do it. But now that I'm actually going through the situation where my wife is pregnant, we only got 3 more months. I had to think about it. Like, how do I want to discipline my kid? Considering the situation that happened recently on the news, that a father disciplined his son, took away his Nintendo Switch, and the son ended up shooting the dad. Like, the son knew how to get into the safe, and he was trying to get the Switch. Supposedly, the dad left the Switch in the safe. The son knew how to get into the safe, got the Switch, but then saw the gun, and he was so mad at the father that he grabbed the gun and shot the dad. Now, was that lack of teaching? Was there what happened? Was the kid not limited in the games that he played? Was the kid not taught correctly? He had no discipline? What was it? So this is something I'm just throwing out there, and to see if you guys watch the video and you guys want to leave a comment, please do. I want to discuss it, especially you guys that are parents. I'm not a parent yet. The only thing I have is a puppy, and I love him, but he's not a kid. So if you guys have any advice or any thoughts on that, disciplining your kid, should we hit them? Should we not? Should we speak to them? Should we, all that good stuff. I personally don't want to hit my kid at all. I know that they might get to certain points where you get, you don't want to, and you just give them, they're talking too much, they're doing something, you just give them a lip clip, plop, and then shut up, but then there has to be a limit, and I know that for a fact because I lived through that, right? So let's do better. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. This is something that we really need to be aware of because it's a thing that really happens in this world. So let's be better. Let's be better parents. Let's be better humans. For me, I want to be a better dad than my dad was for me, or my stepdad was for me. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Subscribe, like, and comment below. Let's get this conversation started, guys. I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.